Welcome back to In the Cabin. It's like 6 a.m. It's pretty dark out there, so we're probably can't see me. We're going to sheet the roof today. So I got I'm just gonna throw some of these couple 2x8s on for fascia and then start laying down some sheet. I got some 30-pound tar paper and a bunch of 7/16 plywood. Yeah, it's not structural, so, or it is kind of structural, but we're gonna get this going. It's early, it's cold outside, and we're gonna see if we can make this happen. Okay, it's going much quicker and easier than expected. I've already got, you can see, I got, of course, as usual, I always overbuy material because, man, it's a long way into town. So I got one side sheeted. As you can see, it's my fascia board must have sagged on me. I had it tacked up there. That'll have to come off and get reset. Exciting. So now we're coming up on this side here. We're gonna sheet. I know sheet. We're gonna sheet that. And it's funny. I think my ridge beam ended up a little bit on the north side because I could just tell by the way everything's fitting. That's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. That's where we're at. Picking away at it, trying to make it happen. You know, the little things that you don't really think about that you used to work in and things change. Like right now the ground is frozen. So I got the shovel and tried to level for the ladder. And just to pick a little bit down to get it to, you know, the ladder to sit level. Wasn't happening. You can see I got my board. That 2x4, you screw that 2x4 down and it gives you something to stand on. That way you don't slip off and hurt yourself. So let me get on this other side here, get her done, make it happen. Okay, I went ahead and tried to reuse some old scrap material. I'm not too sure if I'm happy with it. It looks kind of fugly. Might get redone. It might get redone this next summer. I mean, but it is kind of patinaed and it does match the fugliness that is the roof currently on the cabin. Well, I'm out of water. All I got's whiskey, so I'm gonna have to head into town real quick. It's about a 30-minute ride. Oh well. That's what happens when you don't prepare. Okay, so it is the next morning. I went to Walmart last night. My coffee pot had broken, and I scored this big one, which is freaking awesome because now I can make a to-go cup while I work. We've been keeping the cabin hovering around 75 degrees. One thing I did learn was that dang toilet seat in the outhouse, once it gets down below 20, whoo, it's a little hard to sit on. So I'm going to have to figure out some kind of way to do some heat or something like that for the toilet seat in the outhouse. This morning was a shocker. I don't know if I told you all this, but last night, while I was having my evening whiskey, well, my second evening whiskey, you know, the first one's before dinner, then I do a second one after dinner, I did this Yellowstone. It's pretty good. I mean, you know, it's not as good as some of the dead soldiers on my wall over there. But one thing a couple buddies of mine turned me on to was they had Almond Joy with their whiskey. The ones with the nuts. Almond Joy got nuts, Mounds don't. Yeah, that one. I haven't tried the mounds, but man, last night, ooh, it was like a nice little dessert. Just a heads up for anyone who's into that kind of thing. Okay, here's the damage that I did. And I got kind of microed out on it the other day and was not happy with the way the metal turned out. But it really looks as crappy as the cabin, so we're gonna call it a match. If it doesn't leak this winter, maybe I won't replace it. But I've been digging around, you know, because I got there's a bunch of scraps here. So I've been digging through the scraps. And I found, I got a couple pieces over there, plus these here. I think I got enough to get her done. I'm gonna have to go ahead and utilize that piece there, and then I'll put the scraps for that there. And that's the piece that you know, because sometimes when the snow comes off that roof, it builds up right there and gets on the log, and that's not good. So we might even be able to incorporate this junker here and there if I cut it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use tin snips or a saw. We'll figure it out. And I think that angled one there is going to be my first blood. All right there. No, I don't know. We'll see. Might have to cut it down a little bit or something. Anyways, let me get at it. It's early in the morning. Sun just came up. Having my coffee cup from Black Sheep. Not the coffee, but the cup. Ah, that new coffee maker's the gem. It's no Nizhny Novgorod, but it's a beautiful forest. We might Nizhny Novgorod it, because I'm thinking about possibly planting some apple trees on the slope here. Just about 3 or 4. You know, get some apples, bring the moose in, the deer, the elk, all that good stuff. All right, we got accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. Sometimes I feel like I'm jamming a square peg into a round hole, but you know, you hit it hard enough, it goes in. So there's the roof. I mean, it looks pretty shitty, but it matches the rest of the cabin. But number one, most importantly, is the people up here in Sandpoint like to do a flyby and check for new additions on stuff. And since if you look back at the original video, I think it was April of 21 or 22, this deck was here. And the roof was laying right here. Now, Tony Buckley, it's a good thing he did it, because I probably would have damaged it, taking the metal off. And Tony's like a surgeon. He's really good at stuff like that. So he got the metal off of it, and I took the metal that was on the original porch and just repurposed it onto this porch. And so when they fly over, it's gonna match somewhat, except that new ridge beam I got up, the ridge cap I got up there, which you can see needs to get screwed down on this side. That's going to be saved for another time. But right now I got it to where my wood for the decking will stay dry this winter, and I might be able to get out this winter and put the deck down. I brought my Craig deck jig. Yeah, so there's the decking material. And now I got a nice outdoor spot to have nice outdoor stuff. Yep. So that's probably going to do it for this episode. All I've got left is a good cleanup. And then I get to boogie on out of here. And it's early. That was like a day, maybe a day and a quarter, a day and an eighth of work. It's like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock a.m. I think it's 9:30, something like that. So yeah, we're up here. We're making it happen. Another little view of what it looks like from the side. You know, I couldn't get the dang fascia right. I might take that fascia off, trim those tails, and put a 1x12 like that 1x12, which looks like it's sinking that way. Like I said, it's really hard to build onto this cabin because nothing's straight. Nothing's straight at all. You know, it's a log cabin. I don't know who made it. I put these caps on here. You couldn't really attach them. I gotta find a big long nail to put in there because you can see the snow's rotting them when it gets caught up there. Just trying to give the old girl a little bit of longevity. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you on the flip side.